And President Kenyatta also rallied MPs to back his ambitious Big Four agenda that seeks to transform the country's health sector, enhance food security, provide decent housing, and create millions of jobs within 5 years. Let's get that report from our very own Francis Gashuri.
President Uhuru Kenyatta was back in the August House to address the nation from Parliament in compliance with Article 132 of the Constitution that requires him to address a special sitting of the legislature at least once every year. In his 66-page speech, Kenyatta sought to win the hearts and minds of the members of Parliament on his ambitious 4 pillars on which his legacy is anchored on. The support includes fast-tracking the passing of laws that will facilitate the agenda for implementation.
Kenyans want to see lower costs of living. They want jobs for their sons and daughters. They want affordable food on their tables. And indeed, Kenyans want to see broad and inclusive prosperity.
Cost of food remains punitive for many Kenyans, with the majority living on less than $1 a day. Food security ranking top in Kenyatta's Big Four agenda and includes investment in mechanized agriculture to enhance productivity, but that is the long-term plan.
Cash was transferred to vulnerable households in most parts of our arid and semi-arid areas, giving them the choice of where and how to spend their stipend. This method not only aids farmers and markets, but also restores the dignity of Kenyans who once upon a time were asked to stand in line in the hot sun for a few gorogoros of predetermined food.
While statistics indicate an increase in the number of health facilities, 9,000 in 2013 to 11,000 in 2017, and widened NHIF coverage from 3.8 million Kenyans to 7.2 million, quality and affordable healthcare remains beyond the reach of many citizens. Chronic diseases such as cancer and kidney ailments continue to claim lives and impoverish many households.
Kenyans want their families kept safe from the catastrophic bills for medical care. Despite the improvements we have recorded, there is no doubt that we still have a way to go.
Decent housing has for years been the preserve of a few, with thousands forced to languish in slums without access to basic facilities such as water and sanitation services. Kenyatta calling on the private sector to partner with the government and build at least 500,000 decent low-cost houses in 5 years.
My dream is one day, and hopefully in the not-too-distant future, every Kenyan will have the pride of owning a decent home that will be within the reach of every Kenyan of medium and modest income.
President Uhuru Kenyatta's grand 4-point legacy agenda remains largely on paper, even as he seeks support from various stakeholders, lately members of Parliament. However, the challenge remains in the implementation and how the 4 issues will affect Kenyans directly at the grassroots. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV, Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.